what would you say to fighters that are in the future will be in Isaac Cruz's position? It's a time-honored kind of tradition where a relatively unknown gets a chance to match his skills versus the best in his division. What would you tell the youngsters that are going to be training tonight after tonight's bout? What would you tell them to get themselves ready for a moment like this, Leonard?
Continue to stay at it. Continue to work hard. Again, just because you don't have a high-profile name, you just wait for your opportunity. When that opportunity comes, you just make the most of that opportunity. Cruz, he was on a big platform tonight, and moving forward, he has a bigger name. People now, they won't be calling him them disrespectful names that they were prior to the fight. I can guarantee you that. And right now, he beats a lot of the top lightweights in the division. Trust me, because his come forward style. And you know, some guys might think they can outbox a guy like that, but when the guys are rugged, you got to have something to hold them off of them. You know what I mean? And even though Tank's hand was hurt, he got pop in the other hand. You know what I mean? But more importantly, he boxed. He turned him, kept turning. Look at all the big shots that Cruz threw, and he falling all into the ropes because Tank turned him. Tank just showed you, you know, again, that when he wants to, he can go in his bag and he can box.
Leonard, gotta ask, obviously you knowing about Champ's injury going into this fight, was there at any moment that you guys were like, maybe we should postpone the event?
No, actually, no, it was never any doubt about that. But you come into fights and like Tank says, no, there ain't nobody making no excuses.
Right.
I mean, you come into fights, your hands hurt. You're not supposed to be hitting people on the top of the head. You know what I mean? This is part of the sport. Like, you know, shit. It's like, he's tough. He's gonna fight through it. Keep it moving.
The second weekend in a row where we see top lightweights step into the ring. Saw George Kambosos last week in New York City defeat Teofimo Lopez. I haven't been able to speak to you since then. Just want your thoughts on that upset to most, right?
Yeah, I thought that, you know, he did his thing. I thought he did his thing. Again, if you go back and over the last year, I've been saying all along, I said Kambosos is a good fighter. Because again, a lot of people don't do their homework on these fighters. They don't understand just because he didn't have a top name. They just thought because Teofimo and the dad, the clown, just out there just trashing the dude that he's a bum. So no, nothing. Just George Kambosos has always been a solid fighter. He just didn't have a big name, and now he went in there and he got a good win off of Lopez, and Lopez is on the outside looking in.
I know you guys dictate what you guys do here at Mayweather Promotions, but the winner of the main event was to be ordered by the WBA to face George Kambosos for the super title as they're trying to eliminate the regular in the interim.
He's a good fighter.
Is that a fight that you guys will try to make?
We're gonna fight anybody. If it makes sense, we're gonna fight the biggest fights that are out there. And you know, he just coming off of tonight, and we'll sit down and we'll have a conversation in the coming days on, you know, what's next. You know, and we don't have to chase no fight. When you come into these arenas, they come. They come and see the most exciting fighter in the entire sport. And they come for a reason, because Tank gives them exciting performances. Nobody had heard of Cruz before. We knew who he was, and again, he proved me right. I've been telling you guys all along that he was very, very tough. He's very, very tough, and he was gonna come, and y'all were gonna see something different. How many times did I say this?
You did.
Y'all gonna see something different about. I say he's probably gonna force Tank to bring out his boxing skills because of his style. You know, and that's exactly what he did. I wasn't surprised at anything.
And just to piggyback off what you said, you and I interviewed the day before yesterday, actually, and I said, hey, could this be a showcase Tank for fighting? You said a showcase fight for Tank, and you said no. This is going to be a hard fight for Tank, and it came to fruition once again, man. I mean, talk to us about the level of study that goes into the pre-fight planning in order to make the best events possible.
Well, unlike a lot of other promoters, I can honestly say, I probably watch more film than, I know more than any of the promoters, because they rely on their matchmakers. But I watch just as much film as probably the trainers do. It's because as a promoter, I just like to know what's going on and feel comfortable. Like, again, because it's little. I've been around the sport for so long, is that I understand a lot more than, you know, most. I can honestly say that because it's a lot more. Things are a lot deeper than what people know. The surface. You got to know what happens in camps. You know what I mean? Like who the guys are working with. You know, and I understand the sport from just because we grew up in the sport from the bottom, and you know, built relationships, and you know, I got a lot of relationships in this sport. And again, so it helps you with understanding. Again, I wasn't just saying that this guy was tough just to be trying to sell a pay-per-view. I knew he was tough. Y'all just didn't know who he was.